Hey right guys, Trish Munch's Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 2 of This Is Us Season 1. The first episode was just something that I didn't think it was going to be. I didn't know what this show was going to be about. I knew certain aspects of like certain actors that was in the show and how highly regarded it is, but I didn't know what it was about. And that ending solidified it as a really, really solid pilot. It was good anyway, but then that ending was just... The other twist on it was that it was 3 separate timelines as well. I think that was right. So that was really cool, and I'm intrigued to see what they do with the show now that we know that, because it's not very long. Like I say, each season's fairly short, so I'm curious what the kind of plots are going to be. Obviously, we've got certain things in there, like I forgot the character's name, but you know, him meeting his dad, and his dad telling him that he's dying basically, or he doesn't have long left to live. So that's kind of like a plot. We have the actor who just basically lost his job. So there's some things in there, but I'm intrigued what the kind of main idea and main plot is going to be. So yep, episode 2, guys. If you enjoy, remember to leave a like if you're new. Remember to subscribe, and if you do want the early and the uncut reactions to This Is Us, then a link to the Patreon page will be in the description down below, where there should be around 5 to 7 episodes ahead, somewhere between there. And in the pinned comment down below will be the charity for the month, so make sure to click that link and get some more information if you want to know more about it. So yeah, episode 2, guys, let's do this.
Morning.
Good morning.
So we've done a massive time skip.
So now Rebecca's all worked up because the kids at school are calling him Webster. You know, the black kid, the white family adopts on that show.
I love that show.
I don't know, Miguel. It's hard to see the woman I married sometimes, you know? What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. I'm your best friend. You're venting. I'm not even gonna say anything about it being 503 and that being your second bourbon.
I appreciate that.
The thing is, your wife is like the gold standard of wives.
I know.
She's smart, funny, beautiful, great personality, greater ass.
Easy.
Yeah, sure, mate.
1, not 2, but 3 8-year-olds, while you sit here drinking not 1, not 2, but soon to be 3 bourbons by 5:05. You married way above your station.
Fair enough.
I'd be careful not to give her a reason to notice.
A vice is like a bad habit, like biting your nails, but worse.
Like drugs?
Yeah, that's right.
Where would you get drugs?
Well, that's an interesting question, Tess. Let's see.
We're going to give them
Well,
some
the cocaine,
specifics. Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Hey, so I got good news.
Kevin, do you remember where you were when I found you?
Yeah, sure. I was in an improv comedy troupe.
That's right. And when I saw your first
Oh
show,
my god, it's her. She's
do you know
great.
what I thought to
Katie
myself, Kevin?
Oh. Since Sons of Anarchy.
I thought to myself,
And Riverdale, I think.
I've done it. Making you so famous that you could wear a ski cap when it is 80 degrees outside and no one would say a damn thing.
Okay, Lainey.
Take off that hat.
I love her. She's great.
Okay.
I think she's actually married to the creator of Sons of Anarchy.
What's done is done.
I don't know if they still are, but when
I
they
mean, you know,
filmed
can we
it,
just...
You're contractually bound to the show for another 2 years.
Okay.
Right.
All right, and if I refuse?
Right. Listen to me very carefully, Kevin. The network owns you. They can sue you for damages. They could bankrupt you. And even if someone slipped a chill pill into their collective drink, you would still be legally unable to work for the next 2 years. That's
Mad.
for any studio, any network.
That's
television
mad how that
or-
works, isn't it? Jeez. Like, you want to quit a job and you can't, like...
You're coming to the party, though, tonight with me, right?
The fancy Hollywood party?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Kevin, I don't even have anything to wear.
Kate, I need you there. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
They pulled out the I need you there.
out.
Don't really have a choice now.
Out. Oh, Manny, out.
I'm down 3 pounds in 1 week. Oh, guys, come on, stop. And I was about to eat in the car, which is, all you know, is my thing. The second I left the drive-thru,
His face.
I threw $10.
I wish I could show you guys what I see when I look in the
Oh,
mirror.
for God's sake. Madison,
What?
you weigh 105 pounds. You feel like a fat girl when you look in the mirror. Why did you step on a damn scale? And when the scale reads 105, you know that you're not fat. And Lori, that weight.
You know, everyone else are in problems. I don't really...
I'm sorry, but you're just a litterer. You're just a littering damn litterer.
Well, that feels like a good place for a break.
I think it's a bit unfair. Like, everyone has their own problems and they're going to feel good about themselves for certain things. So her to just sit there. I know she has her problems and she's like, no, compared, it's not the same, but I don't think it's really fair.
But I need to know that everything isn't going to always be about our weight, all right? We need to be able to cut loose at parties. We need to get really dressed up. We need to have sex. And I just slipped that in there very casually because I think that's something that we should start doing very soon. Can we spend one fat-free night at the house of the lady who came up with the idea for Deadpool and/or Hamilton?
And/or Hamilton.
Is that a smile?
I miss putting them down.
Just by an hour.
Just by an hour.
I was shopping.
Yeah, you were shopping.
I know we haven't been on the same page lately. That we just got to get back on track. Consider this a way too expensive peace offering.
I think we've been more than off track. How do you think we're doing so far? At parenting? Because I think we're at a 6.
Ooh.
On a sliding scale, 1 through 10.
6.
I think we're at a 6. I'm trying really hard to get us to a 9. Because they are cute kids and they deserve 9 parents. And the thing is, I feel like I'm there, Jack.
I mean, she's telling him how it is, I guess.
When you're home and you're you're way better than I am. But you're getting home later and later. And when you do come home,
What are you saying?
the drinking has to stop.
Fair enough.
Damn.
Yeah?
Yeah, hell to the yeah.
Thanks. You look dapper.
Show business.
It looks like a mob boss or something.
Yeah, we gotta go, you know, because we're gonna be late.
Okay.
You wearing that?
It's great.
Come on!
Of course, can't be off. It's so sad, isn't it? Like a guy's just being himself, enjoying himself, and you got out young people just like, ugh, that's cringe.
Shower, sleep, now. You shower quick, you can work off that last 5 minutes a different way.
Ooh. I mean, I don't blame her for being slightly turned on by Sterling K. Brown with his abs out.
Can't we all, at this point, just sort of, you know, sort of move on, right?
You're a good kid, Kevin.
He's gonna say no.
I appreciate your honesty. And in 2 years, I'm going to retire. And my favorite wife and I are going to move.
My favorite wife?
Until then, I plan on just drifting through these 2 years as painlessly and drama-free as possible. Recasting a lead on a hit sitcom isn't exactly drifting on morphine. Now is it, Kevin? So unfortunately, my boy,
yeah, there it is.
You're leaving the show.
Come on, Kevin, ditch Webster. Let's go. Come on.
Right. No. This is the first time these two have spoken. Well, in the show.
Hey, is it too late out there? I know you're usually up late, right? Hey, listen, I know I've owed you a phone call since everything went down. It's been crazy out here, just, you know.
What went down?
That's all good. Kate's kept me up to speed.
Good.
Oh, since it went down with him. Okay, cool.
What are you gonna do?
I was kind of hoping you'd tell me.
Well, because you care what I think.
Oh, these two don't get on then.
Because I care what everyone thinks, man. I was not a very good brother to you, was I?
No, you weren't.
Fair enough.
But you still got time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess saying that because if he's going to give
Anyway,
his dad a
getting late,
chance.
man. You know, I probably should go. It's, anyway, yeah, I should probably, I gotta go back inside and sell my soul to the network like the whore that I am.
Deep breath, okay?
I think Randall's my fave character.
Come on, Kevin.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad didn't raise no horse. Except briefly during Kate's eyeliner phase.
Oh, Randall feels like the character that you can just see into your soul and make you feel better.
And Randall made partner. He did all the work on the house himself, so we didn't have to spend a penny. And he made sure I didn't lift a finger during my pregnancy.
He's a good man.
No, he's not good.
Oh. Oh, okay. You had me there.
The problem is he stopped sleeping, called out to me, and he was confused, you know? He was confused because he couldn't see anything. My husband, my mountain of a man, could literally no longer see things through his eyes.
What?
Randall is not free of vice, William. His vice is his goodness. So now I'm gonna have to ask you a couple questions.
Fair enough.
He will probably be too polite to ask himself. The money you borrow, you use it for the bus?
Yes.
You're gone all day, every day.
I mean...
My place in Philadelphia is a long ride.
William, you are overstaying
Yeah.
your...
Oh, come on.
What are you doing? I have a cat. It's all I really have.
A cat?
His name's Clooney. The little one has asthma, and I knew if I brought up the cat, you'd tell me to bring it. That would cause problems, and I don't want to cause any problems, because if I cause problems, I'd have to leave, and I don't want to leave.
Oh, how can you
6
kick
months
him
ago, some
out?
doctor told me I had 3 to live. What would you do with this house? I don't know.
I mean, it's a pretty nice house.
I never thought I'd have anything to care about again besides an ugly cat.
So now I feel like a bitch. It's not funny. It's not. It's not funny.
It's tiny bit funny. Tiny bit funny. I love that story. I love all of it. Do I love all the stories?
There he is. Told them to go screw themselves.
What did they say?
Yeah.
A lot of mean, scary things.
So, we're going to be bankrupt now.
I'm gonna do theater, you know?
Do it, mate.
I'm
We've all got
moving.
one life to live. Do what you want to do.
No more drinking.
You can't just stop.
I can't. For you, I can't.
No, he won't. He won't.
Oh, well. From here on out, I'm gonna be 11 for you, baby.
We'll see. We'll see.
Screw that. I'm gonna be a 12 for you from here out.
A 12.
Kids. You get a 12. Do you like it? I got them wrong because of
Your song. I don't know the songs.
I'm never gonna take it off. I don't care about
We don't care about the kids now. So, are we still a 7 out of 10 then? Okay. The dad's like, get off me, little shits.
Good. Big brother.
Sorted. Pulling his weight.
Expecting somebody?
Gonna be his brother.
I'll be in my room.
So they're still alive? They're still alive?
Hey, Mom. Hey, Miguel.
Wait, what? No. What the fuck? Oh, dude. Oh. Huh. That's... You know what? Part of me was like, what if the parents are dead? Because they haven't said anything at all. They might have said, slipped in that they were alive and I might have just missed it. But I was like, part of me, they could have passed away. Or they're alive and they're just kind of holding off on the story of that. And they... you know what? If they keep throwing out these little twists, my brain's gonna explode. Because that's smart, because what they did in this episode was have the ending be Milo's character be like, I think his name's Jack, but whatever, Milo sounds better. Have him at the end being like, oh, I'm gonna be a 12 out of 10, I'm gonna stop drinking, which is like episode 2, so even when he said it, I was like, well, I don't know, they're still gonna have problems, stuff's gonna happen. But what if maybe he died and then she remarried? Or she left him, or he left her? Or they cheated? I don't know, like anything could happen there. That's like a whole other story that I'm like interested in knowing what kind of happens there. So those two obviously don't work out. And to reveal that in episode 2, because we're going to have episodes now that we're going to be watching where those two are like still together and being romantic and like you might really enjoy their relationship, but then in the back of your mind it's always going to be, but they don't work out and she remarries with his best friend. And to have his best friend as well, that's also a reason why it's smart. Like, he had his best friend being like, I don't know, like, is he interested in her at that point, or was he just being a friend, or I don't know. It's, you kind of really look at certain scenes now. It's because I was waiting for the whole time for them to crop up in the present day storyline, because it is like confirmed as well that it's 2 storylines now. For a minute I thought it could have been 3 because we never saw the brothers and sister, like, or Sterling K. Brown also interact with the other 2. Until this episode, but that's kind of confirmed that it is the same timeline there, which I was pretty sure on anyway. And it doesn't seem like they're that close. Like, they had a call here, and they get along. I feel like they do, like each other. It's not like they hate each other. But he called him out in this episode, or more so he admitted, like, I wasn't a very good brother to you, was I? He was like, no, you weren't. So obviously a lot of shit happened with those 2 growing up, and maybe we'll see them, or hopefully see them bond more as the show kind of goes on, which I'm assuming because it's like what 4 or 5 seasons at the moment, so there's gonna be plenty of time for that. So yeah, I really like Sterling K. Brown's storyline this episode, and his wife as well. I really like his wife. Randall is Sterling K. Brown. Yeah, his wife, who I didn't catch the name of, I really liked her, just kind of like admitting that his vice, as they said, was being too nice basically, and he's not going to ask the questions that need to be asked. So her kind of confronting his dad and be like, where do you go? And, the dad's actually not doing anything that shady. He's just going to feed his cat. He kind of had good intentions of just going to feed his cat, and him kind of saying that's the only thing he really had to depend on his whole life. So to kind of have it be completely switched, where now he's got like this, he's living in this great house and he's getting to know his grandkids and his son and his son's wife as well. It's like to have it all change like that so dramatically, he's probably overwhelmed by it. But yeah, I like his dad at the moment. I'm curious, there could be something there that maybe doesn't work out, but I do like him at the moment, so really enjoying that storyline. Then we have the Manny, I don't know his name, and then the sister. They're kind of like not sharing the story, but they're kind of together a lot, so they're like the characters where it's like they interact with each other the most from what we're seeing. We'll start with the actor Manny. I liked his story this episode, actually, like him kind of standing up to the corporate heads and be like, I'm not doing this, like they're going to probably bankrupt him or whatever, but you can still start fresh. And he said he wants to go into theatre, so I'm actually intrigued with what his story is going to be and where it's going to go from here now that he's kind of dropped. Because if we went back to doing the Manny, I felt like you're just going to get to a point where he wants to leave the Manny still, so I wouldn't really see the point in that. So I'm kind of glad he just stood up and was like, no, I'm not doing this. So yeah, we'll see if that works out for him or not. And then we have the sister, who honestly I'd say is the weakest story out of all of them at the moment, especially now with that ending. Like, I'm way more interested in Jack and his wife and what kind of happens there. I'd say I like her character. I'm not so sure on the guy that she's spending a lot of the time with. I don't not like him. I think there's just a couple of moments where I'm like, ugh. Like the whole showbiz thing, I'm just like, he's probably the most annoying out of all of them, but at the same time, I don't not like him. He's got like middle at the moment, but I do like the sister. I'd still say she's probably the weakest out of all of the stories at the moment, and their like romance and stuff. And but I like that she's kind of telling him how it is. Like, for her, this whole fat thing, as she put it, is important to her, and it is her life at the moment, because, and then she listed off all these things as to why it is going to be, a big part of her life, and is going to be the main part of her life for however long. And I think that's her way of that's her way of trying to tell him that he needs to accept that, going to all these parties and doing all these things, it's not going to be the norm for her. And that's completely fine. Like, she wants to work on herself, and it seems like she is trying to. And she even said it, like, with going to the gym and stuff. And she said, like, it's frustrating for her, like, seeing him lose all this weight, and she's taking it way more seriously, and she's not really losing any weight at all. So yeah, I do like her story for sure. It's just if I had to list them, I'd say it's the weakest at the moment. And then we had Jack. His story this episode, I definitely preferred Sterling K. Brown's story, but the ending there just made me like, oh, I want to watch the next episode now. I'm sure they won't give us answers regarding that in the next episode. Maybe they will, but it seems like it's going to be one of those things that they'll hold off on and just kind of have it be like, okay, yeah, this is they don't work out, but what happened there. And I'd actually kind of respect and enjoy more if they do hold off on that a little bit. I don't need it in episode 3. Like, I'm happy to wait and find out kind of what happens. My guess is that he didn't stop drinking, and then he never lived up to this whole I'm going to be a 12 out of 10 dad kind of thing that he said he was going to be. And then it's just problem after problem, and then eventually she kind of left him for his best mate. So we'll see. Maybe he does pass away and she just remarried. Who knows? It could be something like that. So yeah, rating. I'm going to go another. I don't know exactly what I gave the first episode, but I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. I think it's a very solid episode. I'm really enjoying it at the moment. It's nice to have, like I say, a show that's quite different to react to. I like all the characters at the moment. Like I said, I think I said it last episode as well, but there's not one character that I'm like, ugh, I hate that character. Like, they're either fine or great, so a lot to work with here. So yeah, episode 2, guys. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments. And if you do want the early and the uncut reactions to This Is Us, then link to the Patreon page will be in the description, where there should be around between 5 and 7 episodes ahead. And I'll see you next time for episode 3. Until then, peace.